You'll never guess. More translations. We're doing so many translations. Isn't this fun? It's getting easier and easier every time. This page, we are working on taking word problems and changing them into algebra so that we can solve them. We don't actually have to solve them today, but we are going to write them as equation or as expressions. There is one that actually makes an equation. The sheet says expressions, but one does make an equation, so it isn't totally accurate. We are not going to solve it though. Look at the sample. In a stable, there are 8 horses. 6 of them are taken out into the yard to exercise. How many are left in the stable? You have that many horses, however many, H. You take away 6, and that will tell you what's left. Number 2, there are C cyclists in a cycle race. 3/4 of the cyclists finished the race. How many cyclists did not finish? So if 3/4 finished, then 1/4 did not finish. So however many cyclists there are, we want to know 1/4 of that. So 1/4 of the cyclists did not finish the race. So 1/4 times C. Number 4, in a class of 30 children, there are G girls. What fraction of the class are girls? Actually, what fraction is girls? It sounds weird, but it's correct. It's proper grammar. Fraction is. Of the class 30 children, there are G girls. So in a fraction, we will put 30 on the bottom and G on the top. That's the total number. That's the number of girls. So you would reduce that out, and that would tell you the fraction of girls. In a class of C children, there are 16 boys. What fraction of the class are boys? In this one, this is different, so don't get confused. In a class of C children, so whereas here we know there are 30, here we don't know the total, we know it's C. And we do know how many boys are, so when you set that up, you've got to put the total on the bottom. So which number is the total? Just because I have the variable on the top here does not mean you will have the variable on the top here. See the information that's given. Number 7. Number 7 requires, I think, the most thought. I cut long pieces of wood into 50 centimeter pieces. I managed to cut W pieces of wood, and there is 20 centimeters left over. How long was the wood to start with? So, you've got the pieces you cut and the pieces you left over. Put them all together, and that tells you what you start with. So, we're going to have to add the pieces cut and what's left over. And that will tell us what we started with. We cut W pieces of wood. We don't know how many pieces, but we do know they were 50 centimeters each. So 50 centimeters times W, because if we cut 5 pieces of wood, it would be 5 times 50. If we cut 8 pieces of wood, it would be 8 times 50. So whatever number it is, we'll multiply it by 50. Then we'll add the 20 centimeters left over. And that will tell us what we started with. Challenging, huh? That's the most challenging, I think. But really, that's pretty standard when you get into word problems. You got to really think about it. Number 9, I have 5 pens already. I'm given 2 packs of pens. Each pack contains 10 pens. How many do I have now? This is very similar to that. You've got what you already have, what you're given, add them together, and that's what you have in all. We start with 5 pens. She already has 5 pens. They don't give you much room up here. She's going to add not 2 pens, but 2 packs of pens. Each pack contains, T pens. That's the mystery number. So however many pens are in each pack, we're going to multiply that by 2. because we have 2 of those packs. So it's going to be 2 times t. This is what I started with. This is what I was given. Add those up, and that's what I have in all. Number 10. There are D deer and P pheasants in the woods. How many legs total? All right, we're going to add them up. But we're not going to add the number of deer and the number of pheasants. We're going to add the number of legs they have. Deer have 4 legs each. So for every deer, you have 4 legs. So 4 times D plus pheasants have 2 legs, 2 times D. Notice we're doing a lot of these together. These are pretty challenging. A chicken weighs T pounds. It needs to be cooked for 20 minutes per pound, plus an extra 15 minutes. So what is the total cooking time? We're adding up the time. So first we need to figure out how long we cook it, given its weight, and then we're going to add the 15 minutes. So there are 2 times that we're going to add together. Since it's 20 minutes for every pound, we're going to multiply 20 times T, and then we'll add the extra 15 minutes, just like that. That T and the plus don't look good together. Number 8. I get M dollars for my birthday. I spend half of the money, but then I get an extra 50. So, however much money I get, that's M. I spend half of it, so I'm going to divide it by 2. But then I get more money, so I'm going to add $50 more. Number 14, a calculator costs D dollars. A school buys 90 calculators and gets a $100 discount for bulk purchasing. All right, so let's first figure out how much the 90 calculators cost. 90 calculators times D dollars. Every calculator costs $90. We multiply them together. They get a $100 discount, so we will then take away $100. Number 5, a square has sides of t centimeters. What is the area of the square? Well, think about it. A square, what do you know about a square? All 4 sides are the same. So whatever this is, this is. To find the area of a square, you multiply this times this. So whatever the length of the side is, all you do is square it. So let's say the length of the side was 4. Then the area would be 4 squared, 16. Number 16, a rectangle measures W inches by H inches. H, W. What is the perimeter of the rectangle? Be careful. Finding the perimeter, you add up all the sides. So you add up this, and you add this, because you're finding the length of this line that goes all the way around. You would do H plus W plus W. Number 18. I need to buy P pencils. I buy 4 packs of 7 pencils, but I still need a few more. How many pencils did I buy? I need to buy P pencils. I buy 4 packs of 7 pencils, but I still need a few more. How many pencils did I buy? Well, I can solve that. Maybe it should say how many pencils did I need to buy. How many pencils did I buy? I buy 4 packs of 7 pencils. Well, this is simply 4 times 7 equals 28. How many pencils did I buy? I buy 4 packs of 7 pencils, That's how many I buy. I still need more, and I need that many, but I bought 28 pencils. Nice. That's clearly not what they were going for, but that is the question they asked, and that is the question we answered. So we're good. We got a few more of these to do, and we're done for today in this book. Number 1, add 5 to G, and then have it. Add 5 to G. And then have it. There. We add 5 and then we're going to half it. Half the sum. Probably should say half the sum. Multiply P by itself. You could do one of two things. You could do P times P, or the preferred way would be P squared. Number 4, add 6 to R and then divide by 5. So since we're adding first, but according to order of operation, division is supposed to go first, we'll need to put this in parentheses. Add 6 to R. We could do 6 plus R or R plus 6. It doesn't matter because order doesn't matter. Then divide by 5. You could do it that way, or you could do it like this. This is the preferred way right here. Number 8, add 1 to V and then square the answer. Since we're squaring the answer, we've got to add first. Add 1 to V. If you do that, you're only squaring V. It said to square the answer, also known as the sum. Finally, number 10, add 4 to X and divide by the answer. Now this one is significant. Add 4 to X. I'm going to come over here. 4 plus X. Divide by the answer. Divide 5 by the answer. That means I start with 5, so I divide 5 by that. The preferred way to write this would be 5 divided by 4 plus X. And it's okay when you're first writing it to write it like that, and then to go to this way. Sometimes it's easier just to translate the words here directly, and then after you've done it, then you see, oh, since I'm dividing, I could set it up like that. You got the rest on your own. You are close to finishing this book.